After Dark Dimension Vader slaughtered a temple full of Jedi, he met with Padme on top of a balcony, begging her to take his hand and promising that he could save her. But the only thing that Padme had to reply was that she didn't know him because Anakin Skywalker was dead, then taking her own life just moments later by jumping off the temple and getting incinerated by a massive beam of lightning. But in the midst of mourning her departure, Vader was interrupted by a giant burst of blue light force energy, and before he could even react or begin preparing for battle, the entity ignited their saber, causing such a ginormous explosion that Vader's spirit was knocked back into his physical form on Mustafar. But who was this blue entity, and how were they strong enough to match the likes of Vader? Well, it was actually none other than Luke Skywalker, although it turns out that he ended up in the Dark Dimension by accident. You see, back when Luke was having problems with his lightsaber, he was taken to a person named Dr. Quata because despite being a little crazy, they were an expert when it came to kyber crystals. And eventually he agreed to fix Luke's crystal, but only if Luke helped him further his research by attempting to heal a red kyber crystal. So Luke tapped into the Force and tried using the light to cleanse the crystal's dark nature, but almost immediately upon doing so, he was teleported into a Sith throne room and confronted by the crystal's original owner, who would then go on to grab Luke by his arm, infect him with her dark force energy, and then send him into the Dark Dimension at the exact same time as Vader. During Luke's time there, he wasn't able to experience much, but he did see his father gazing down at him on top of the temple balcony. Struck by fear but unwilling to fall victim to the darkness, Luke then ignited his lightsaber just as we saw earlier, which not only knocked his father back into the physical realm, but also knocked him into the physical realm as well, where he quickly realized that his attempt to heal the kyber crystal resulted in failure. After that though, Dr. Quata handed him a clear kyber crystal to see if he'd have an easier time connecting to it, and upon doing so, he was teleported once again, but this time being face to face with Master Yoda. He then asked Yoda why he had been ignoring him recently, and according to Yoda, it was because all Jedi needed to walk their own path. Yoda would then indicate that a great decision lied ahead, but that Luke would have to make that decision all by himself, which is when he's brought back out of the Force, discovering that the clear kyber crystal had now turned into a green one. But sadly, that's where this story comes to an end, but if you want more like this in the future, let me know in the comments down below.